Hi there, Telebait here, and I've got a really exciting deck for you today, which is a Taliyah Malphite deck. The hard part with Malphite is leveling up consistently, but I think I built a deck which can kind of do that without sacrificing the early game too much. I did originally have a version of this deck where it had a lot more landmarks in, but I found in a lot of matchups you struggled. And as I tried to tech this deck against Irelia Azir, which you see a lot of on ladder, I've just moved to this more balanced version. I'm also running Merciless Hunter and Bakai's Sandspinner, and these cards are crazy, and I really want to try them in a Runeterra deck, which might be what I want to do next, but I kind of want to do a Zillion deck next. But these cards are just great removal cards, and this deck definitely needs some sort of a removal, and that's what these are. You need to make sure you're using these to remove your opponent's key units. My general advice for Mulligan with this deck is, as always, you're just looking for your early units. Ancient Preparations is always a keep. Blue Sentinel is always a keep. Rockhopper is a keep in any matchup which doesn't have a good way to just like ping it off. So if you're against Shadow Isles, maybe not keep Rockhopper. I also keep Merciless Hunter just because she's a cheap enough unit and strong enough that I think you can keep her early on in this deck. You keep Fangs into some matchups like against aggro, and same with Star Shaping. I'd also keep Star Shaping against aggro, but if you're drawing a lot of your late end, you might want to be careful about keeping the Fangs and Star Shaping, because although they help you a lot against aggro, you do need some early units as well to match their board presence. Before we get onto the games, please leave a like if you enjoyed the deck, and subscribe if you want to see more decks like this. This season, I'm going for much more fun decks. I want to play off-meta things. That's why I went for Malphite initially, and I've had a lot of success with this deck. It smashes Irelia Azir when you play it well. You'll see in the games I go against it twice, so hopefully it can help you out on ladder, especially in the Irelia Azir fest it seems to be at the moment. Azir Irelia. It's very popular at the moment, Azir Irelia. That's why I wanted to do Malphite. Everyone seems to be playing Irelia. I wanted to play something a bit different. Spacey Sketch is a good keep. Preservarium possibly a little too slow, but I'll keep it. It's okay. 2 Preservarian's bad. Like, their deck kind of ramps up very quickly, so you do have a chance early on to fight back. Ancient Prep, that's a good start. It means we might be able to get the Preservarian down next turn. I'm going to throw one away because I really doubt ever get 2 off. Equinox is great in this matchup. Gonna get the attacking now and see what he develops, and depending on that, that means I can get away with the Preservarian. A difficult matchup for this deck, but I've tried to tech it as well into this matchup as I can, just because this deck is so popular on ladder at the moment. That's a great draw.
Shurima never fell. It only awaited my return.
Question is, do we draw blue buff here? I prefer playing blue sentinel here. We don't have a good 4-drop next turn anyway, so it doesn't really matter which order I play them in. Just blue buff provides a better blocker for this than Merciless Hunter, just because I want to keep the HP up on this. Okay, we need to deal with Azir as soon as possible. You could have a recall effect on Azir, which would be really not. Oh, okay, that's great for us. Blocking the soldiers instead of these, just because these do a bit extra damage. And I'm not blocking with this just because I can get a bit more value out of its block than just 1 damage. So we've got the Azir kill here, which is good. This is why I get Equinox.
Can I paint you? This one's a fighter.
Just getting good value blocks across the board here. could deal with some healing. I'm gonna Ancient Prep, see if we can find some healing. Perfect. And then I'll play another blocker down. That's not really that big a priority to get rid of, actually. I'm gonna... It's hard. I'm gonna Star Shape in here. I'll attack him with this, because if he blocks, we can Hail Cascade. I'm happy with that trade.
Just like we practiced.
Okay, we don't seem to be in the worst position. We're not in a great position either, though. If we can get the Great Beyond down safely, we're good.
Ready, willing, and learning.
This isn't a good play here, just because I want to save Bakai for a bigger threat to deal with. I think I'm just going to have to accept we're not going to get much better option from Bakai. We don't have a landmark Taliyah. Okay, we'll take the blocks here, it's great value blocks.
With Azir's blessings.
Just minimize the damage taken here, trying to get some value as we do it. That's the game plan. So we can drop Great Beyond next turn thanks to this, which is a big deal. Dropping this turn because we need the 2 attacks to win, so we want to win on our next attack. That's okay. Just attack like this. Oh, he's probably going to block and then compale.
The sun disk shines on us all.
Damn, that's nasty to see.
The desert by my side.
Oh, he's playing all his units now, though. He should save them for the next turn, right? I don't know what his last card could be in hand, but we're definitely playing the Fangs down as soon as we get a chance.
Warriors.
1 HP. This deck doesn't usually run direct burn, so we should be okay. You could have Ruinous Path, but they don't usually run that, so... I'm gonna go with Moonglow here. Still not really showing the landmark part of this deck off, really. Which is a shame. I brought in Star Shaping as a sort of anti-aggro tool. Okay, that would be good.
Would you look at this place? What is here for you?
Just want something to copy with Taliyah. We've got a leveled up Taliyah now anyway, so that's okay. I I do actually run a lot of landmarks in this deck, just
Point the way, and
haven't
I'll
managed
lead the
to
way.
get any of them at the right time. This feeling like a really strong position. He doesn't have direct damage, so we can always get decent value out of our lifesteal. I'm even going to use Stone to get Landmark. Ancient Focus. The reason I'm doing this is for Taliyah's attack effect, so she gets the extra tokens. And there's the big man. Okay.
Hey, Krabby.
That's my rest.
Fairly happy with this.
I go! I go!
On a block. Could have a recall effect, so I'm going to put it there. Attack like that.
Throw another rock.
Got Hush, so we're fairly safe with the elusive attacks.
Focus!
Yeah, this is really good for us.
Oh dear!
Not quite leveled up yet.
Just like we practiced.
Still a big body. Oh, he does sneak one attack past us.
They'll never see us coming.
Yeah, GG. I attacked a lot to beat this deck. At least it's working. Another Irelia is there. I'll have to go normals to find a matchup against a different deck. Throwing Malphite Taliyah, too expensive. Good early block. Rockhopper's quite good because both their champions cost 3. We've got the attack token, so we can play Rockhopper on turn 3 and it stops them playing one of their champions. And technically they could still play Azir, but then we can use Shapestone plus Rockhopper to kill it.
Hey, Krabby.
That's my resting place.
They'll never see us coming.
Would you look at this place? Just like we what is it for you? Watch me!
It's fine.
Next time!
We delayed his champion one turn by doing that.
All on the shoulders.
Can still block this. It's fine.
Stand behind me. They won't hurt you.
If they hurt you, I never forgive myself.
Yeah, the reason I'm not blocking there is because I can use Shapestone and Hush to trade into Irelia and into that. Which is huge.
I will run you over!
I think I'll trade down the whole board.
How many?
Hang on, Zern.
Jim can't really make use of this mana. We'll take the attack while we can and then we'll star shape in. I like the Destroyer here. It's cheaper, that makes a big deal for us here.
I must become the leader they need.
Got second Irelia. I'm just going to block here. Gives me a good sort of Taliyah target.
Whatever they are we face, we were born in the Thirstlands, and we will defend them until the end!
We don't block here. I'm wondering if I could cheese out an Irelia kill here.
The Emperor
Oh,
commands,
Jesus,
the
board.
land obeys.
They just replenish their hand and board so quickly.
You're ruining everything!
Okay, I'm hoping he does the swap to try and kill Taliyah. Oh!
These rocks should fit
That's
right.
outplayed. The sad thing, he's still gonna win! Play the fangs. Serpent. We're gonna have to see what we get from Stoneweave in here. I think Star Tip Peak's our best one.
Distance means so little when family means so much.
Ooh, this is scary.
Fly true is one part to another.
Now I can do this, but if he has syncopation, he suddenly wins by swapping that in, so I think I have to block the second one. And then I'm going to attack him with Taliyah as well.
Give me grace enough to mask my doubts.
Block there again. Just need to hope he's running out of steam. Or if I can draw into something good, that would be great as well. This is so close. Not a bad draw. We block everything here with the open attack.
We love it when they run! Arda's gonna make a meal!
Playing this as another blocker. Doesn't really matter which one I played, but this allows me... I mean, this threatens more in my hand, so I feel like this is the better way to do it. Okay, and just block in the most damage possible. 1 HP. Oh, this will be close. Just no blade dance, please, please. He doesn't have it!
Shurima is sand and sky, past and present.
It's GG. I don't think he can stop this.
Shurima never fell. It only awaited my return.
Yes! That's crazy. I'm happy with how I played that. Well, that's why I'm running Star Shaping. Oh, this is going to be Targon's Peak or something crazy like that, isn't it? It's got to be a Targon's Peak deck. We only want to see Taliyah later on. This is a good drop, especially when they could have things like Avalanche, like this safe from Avalanche range. So it's pretty good. Got a nice curve here, 2, 3, 4. We'll just play our units on curve. Would be good to get an Eye of Raharak to try and level Malphite. That's the great thing. I run so many 2-cost landmarks. If you get one Eye of Raharak, you instantly level Malphite. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked. I don't think I play around that. It is a Targon's Peak deck. So we need to get rid of all our cheap cost things as soon as possible, right? Yeah, so we'll drop the Ancients preparations. We're getting rid of all our cheap units. Have Taliyah come in, she's a bit more expensive.
One star's whoopsie is another spark.
Just dump in our cheap cards in our hand. He's probably going for Targon's Peak here, so drop Taliyah.
You cheated. I want a rematch.
There we go.
I go!
Yeah, this actually gets through the most damage while still killing it. Just please don't have something which kills my entire board.
The strong will have the spoils!
It's not too bad.
Gotta find a gift for Renekton. Right, Arda?
Okay, drop this. We might win on the open attack.
I spilled.
The soul wears away like grains of sand.
This dies to Ice Shards, so I'm going to hook it with that, I think. Unless it makes... How much damage is it? Can't do that in my head. Got the Malphite discount.
Gonna catch the sky!
So this way it forces him to have like an Ice Shards or some form of healing to stay alive, which he has to use. That's not it. And drawing 8-cost cards won't help. GG! Outplaying the Targon's Peak deck by dumping my hand.